One of the tools we found especially helpful in dealing with difficult conversations is something that's called a left-hand column case. The way it works is you take a difficult conversation, don't talk about it in the abstract, but a real conversation. So think of something that's occurred recently where you were talking together with, could be one other person, could be a larger group, but basically when all is said and done, you had a certain investment in accomplishing something. You were hopeful that something would occur and you go, this is not working. So it's a reflective tool to kind of dig a little deeper. What went on? And the basic way it works is on the right-hand side of a piece of paper, you draw this kind of little axis. What was actually said? You know, I said, she said, he said. Again, it could be 2 people, it could be 8 people, it doesn't really matter. This is a little bit of what the recording device would record. We would call it the data of the conversation. What was actually said? On the left-hand side of that same piece of paper, you write, what I was thinking or feeling and did not say. Okay? So I walked into the meeting, you know, it's my principal, we've had to set aside some time for this issue. I walked in and said, gee, I'm really glad you can take the time to do this. She says, you know, I've only got 5 minutes. Now, at that point, what do you think is going on in my head? She said, I've only got 5 minutes. I immediately go, oh, well, she doesn't care about this thing. We're wasting our time. She never has cared about it. She's always stonewalled, whatever. I'm off to the races with all kinds of thoughts and feelings. So the first way to use this tool, very simply, take a real conversation that didn't go well, write a little bit of what was said, and then write a little bit over here of what you were thinking and feeling and did not say. You can then have a little bit of a more complete picture of what was going on in that conversation, because you will find that invariably this drives this. So when she said that, well, I only have 5 minutes, I'm over here feeling, oh, this is a waste of time. So I immediately just go into hyper mode, trying to convince her why this is so important. Rather than having a real genuine conversation, I'm immediately in sales mode, whatever. So you will find that this left-hand column, while it's the invisible part of the conversation, is often the part of the conversation that's driving the conversation.